يا راغبا في كل علم نافع.
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن. وتعلم الفقه الميسر عاملا بالشرع دون تعصب لفلان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. أما بعد. Now people say and ask, I want to do Hajj, I want to do Umrah. What should I learn? Number one, you have to learn that this ritual is unlike any other ritual. So you have to do your due diligence before you travel for Hajj. Now, when we want to travel to Hajj, we have to assume what is known as Ihram, to enter the state of Ihram. For example, if I want to pray, I have to enter in the state of purification, where I would uplift any major or minor ritual impurity by doing ghusl or by doing wudu. So I've entered in this state. Likewise, in the state of Ihram, now I'm in the state of halal, meaning I can cover my head, I can wear my shirt, I can wear my shoes, I can put perfume, I could clip my nails, I could trim my mustache, I could shave my head, etc. When I want to enter the state of Ihram, I have to refrain from all of that, which we will talk about later on. But in order for me to enter the state of Ihram, I need to know the miqat. What is the miqat? Miqat is singular. Mawaqit is plural. Miqat linguistically refers to the limit or to the boundary. And it relates to either time-bound or place-bound. Again, what do you mean? For Umrah, you do not require time miqat. You could perform your Umrah 24 hours, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 12 months a year. Anytime you can perform your Umrah. There's no time limits for that. As for Hajj, no, it's different. For Hajj, there are a particular time where you can perform the rituals of Hajj. Beginning of the first day of Shawwal. Shawwal is the 10th month of the calendar in Hijrah year. The 9th month is Ramadan. So we fast Ramadan until the 30th, usually. And then the first day of the following month is the 1st of Shawwal, which is Eid. This is the day that those wanting to perform Hajj can assume their Ihram on. And it ends at the last day of Hajj. Though we know that there are 10 days of the beginning of Hajj. The 10th day is the Eid, the 11th, 12th, and 13th are Ayyam al-Tashriq, but still one can complete his rituals until the last day of the Hijjah. And it's an issue of dispute. So these are the miqats related to time. The month of Shawwal, the month of Dhul Qa'dah, and the month of Dhul Hijjah. Very well. Let's move on to the mawaqit related to place. So the mawaqit, these are places that a person wanting to assume the state of ihram must not exceed, must not pass without assuming his ihram. And there are 5 according to the Prophet's ﷺ designation or designating them. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, said that the Prophet ﷺ defined the miqat of Dhul Hulayfa for the people of Medina. So those living in Medina, wanting to go and travel to Mecca for Umrah or for Hajj, there is a place called Dhul Hulayfa. Nowadays is known as Abiyar Ali. They must not exceed that without assuming the state of Ihram, and then they go on. The people of Sham or Syria, the Levant area, they have a village known as Al-Juhfa. The people of Najd have Qarn al-Manazil. And the people of Yemen have Yalamlam. And those from Iraq, they have a place called That Irq. And everyone knows these places. So they, when they're coming, it's like a ring surrounding the holy shrines, the sacred shrines. Those coming from the east, those coming from the north, those coming from the south, those coming from the west, etc. Now, the astonishing part is when the Prophet ﷺ named these mawaqit, the Levant area countries, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, Syria, and the likes, were not Muslim. They did not accept Islam. It was conquered by the Byzantines. Yet the Prophet ﷺ said, when people come to perform Umrah or Hajj, from that region, they have to assume their ihram from Al-Juhfa. And this shows you that the Prophet knew ﷺ that the whole area would accept Islam, like Iraq and the likes, and that Muslims would come in their hundreds of thousands and millions to perform Hajj every single year. So these places, designated places, Dhul Hulayfa, it is 420 kilometers away from Mecca, and it's known as Abiyar Ali. Al-Juhfa, it is the miqat for the people coming from the Levant countries, from Turkey, from Egypt, from Morocco, and the likes. So it is close to a city known as Rabigh, and it's about 186 kilometers away from Mecca. Nowadays, nobody inhabits Al-Juhfa. And the inhabitants of Al-Juhfa at the time of the Prophet ﷺ were disbelievers, and the Prophet asked Allah Azza wa Jal to take the illness that people caught whenever they traveled to Medina from outside of Medina, to take it and throw it at Al-Juhfa. So the people of Al-Juhfa so happened to have perished, and now nobody lives there. So nowadays, people assume their ihram from a city a bit further away from Mecca, known as Rabigh. Number 3, the people of Yemen, coming from the south, have the miqat of Yalamlam, and it is 120 kilometers away from Mecca. And it is known as As-Sa'diyah today. So people coming from the south, they perform their ihram there. As for the people from the east, from Najd, from Taif, and those who come adjacent to it, they do their ihram from Qarn al-Manazil. It's about 75 kilometers away from Mecca, and known today as As-Sayl Al-Kabir. And finally, the people coming from Iraq and the likes, there's a valley known as that Irq, and it's 100 kilometers away from Mecca, and it's called Ad-Dariba or something like that. These are the designated locations, and it is not recommended to perform your ihram way before that. This is not something from the Sunnah, it's makruh. So if someone coming from London and he says, okay, I'm going to wear my ihram and say my talbiyah from my home in East London or from Cairo itself, which is a couple of hours, maybe more, before reaching the miqat, this is not recommended. Yes, you can wear your ihram, but still in the state of halal. You can clip your fingernails, you can trim your hair, you can wear perfumes, though you look as if you are on your pilgrimage, but you're not yet in the state of ihram intentionally, so there's no problem in doing that. But once you come to the ihram, you have to assume your ihram there a little bit while flying. The captain would announce that we're 1 minute before the ihram zone. This is when you say labbaik Allahumma umrah, or you say labbaik Allahumma hajj, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammad.
يا راغبا في كل علم نافع
ينمو العلم ويتقدم بتقنياته ومجالاته، ومعه نطور أدواتنا في تقديم العلم الشرعي. أكاديمية
زاد أكاديمية ينبوعها صاف ليروي غلة الظمآن، وتعلم الفقه الميسر عاملا بالشرع دون تعصب لفلان. بشرى لنا زاد أكاديمية للعلم كالأزهار في البستان.